Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's B. Avery here for another episode of Just My Opinion. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And with this episode right here, we are talking WandaVision. Yes, WandaVision on Disney Plus. The MCU is back, and I am so freaking excited. You know, last week we got 2 episodes at one time, the first 2 episodes, but now we are talking the 3rd episode, and it is titled Now in Color. And I'm glad that it's now in color because hopefully the show won't lose any viewers, it won't lose any subscribers. Word on the street is that, you know, not too many people were feeling the first 2 episodes, you know, casual comic book fans. I did appreciate it. I kind of have an idea of where Marvel is trying to go with this series, but if somebody is a casual fan, I can kind of understand why they would be like, hey, you know, what's going on? This isn't the MCU that I know and love. Why is this in black and white? I thought Vision was dead, etc. That's why they released the first 2 episodes at once, and I'm glad they did that. But now we're kind of getting back into the fold. We're just a little bit, especially with the way this episode ended. You know that we're about to get into the really good nitty gritty, find out what's going on, where all these symbols are coming from, Easter eggs and all that good stuff. So I do want to let you know that this is give you a spoiler warning. This recap right here is going to be filled with spoilers, up, down, left, right, in and out, as if you've already seen the show or the episode. So if you haven't seen episode 3 and you don't want to be spoiled, I strongly suggest you turn the video off now, put it in that watch later list, go watch it, subscribe to my channel, come back, and so you can get all of this spoilery goodness. You have been warned. So let's go ahead and get into Now in Color. And first thing I want to ask y'all, are y'all okay with the episode length being, you know, 30 minutes around that time, and just a little less too? It's like 5 or 6 minutes of credits. You know, with everything that's going down with this show so far, with only us having about 9 or 10 episodes, this is supposed to lead into Doctor Strange and Multiverse and Madness, and then create all this multiverse stuff with Spider-Man. I don't know if we can fit all of that story development up into 6 more episodes if they're 30 minutes each. But I just want to know how you feel about that. Are you okay with the shorter length episodes, or do you prefer them to be like 45 minutes to an hour? Let me know down below. But Now in Color, you know, each episode that we had so far has taken place in a different decade. The first one was the 50s, the second was the 60s, and now this one is the 70s, I'm assuming. Also could be one of the reasons why we are in color now, or it could just be because, you know, Wanda keeps just trying to change her reality. She's trying to find her happy space, and of course we'll talk about that later on in the episode. But the episode starts off, you know, she's pregnant, she's preggo, and we found out that she's 4 months pregnant from the doctor. You know, she's really bugging out right now. I would too. I really love all the banter back and forth between Vision. I like the Brady Bunch theme. I believe that was the Brady Bunch theme when the episode started off. And, you know, I really do like the way that they're going back and forth with Vision as far as his humanoid face and then his real vibranium face or body or makeup. You know, I don't know. I mean, I just like it. You know, I mean, of course, it's an obvious plot point. They're trying to hide the secret, you know, of their relationship, of their status to everybody. They don't want him to be coming around as an android. But the thing is, like, I don't want to jump around to, well, I'll save that, you know, for a little bit later. But we found out that Wanda is about 4 months pregnant. I like how this is not just like a show. They're really going all in and making this really meta, breaking fourth walls. I mean, we have the laugh track, you know, of a fake audience, you know, laughing, like with this being a sitcom. You know, we even have commercial breaks. The commercial in this one was for a Hydro soap commercial. It was like Hydra, but soap. You know, and that's just all these Easter eggs. I never would imagine Hydra having to do with Wanda or Vision or Wanda Maximoff, you know, Scarlet Witch. I've never, and has she even been called Scarlet Witch in the MCU yet? You know, if not, let me know. But, you know, in the past episodes, you know, we had the Strucker commercial and we had the Watch and all that. And so Hydra, what is up with all these references? How is it going to tie into the rest of the show, the rest of the MCU? But I'm really curious about that. I really do like the humor in this episode. You know, when the doctor was there finding out that they're pregnant and saying, hey, you're about 4 months. And, you know, oh, you sure are pregnant. And she was like, yeah, we figured that much. And he was like, you know, hey, a lot of times, you know, a woman can determine how far along she is, I believe, by a certain fruit. And so he left, and then, you know, she got, like, he went outside to walk him out or something like that, and then Vision came back in, and as soon as he came back in, she had gotten bigger. I think she had jumped up to 6 months pregnant. So he's like, gee, Waller's Walzer. I don't know. I like that, and I like Paul Bettany as an actor. You know, I mean, he's not my favorite, but I like him. You know, he's cool. I was so happy for him when he was telling the story of how he thought his Hollywood acting career was over, and his agent was like, you know, hey man, you know, that's it, man. You're just not a hot commodity, basically. So he was upset, you know, kind of doing that walk of shame, sitting on a bench outside, and then they got a call from Joss Whedon to play Vision. Hence, we are here today. But I like Paul Bettany. That's all I was trying to say. I mean, I don't know, it's just something about him that, you know, I just think is cool. But going back to the fruit reference, you know, Wanda knocked over a piece of fruit, a papaya, and Vision ran over there like, huh, you know, I want to be a papaya or something like that, or the best papaya. And it's like, ha, ha, ha. It was super corny. It was super cheesy, but I liked it. You know, I found it funny. I laughed, you know, quite a good bit at that because I am very cheesy and corny myself. So it fits well, you know, within my senses, you know. But something that I like that they also did and made a circle back around is just, you know, giving more emphasis on their relationship and how much he cares about her. He wanted to call the baby Billy. She wanted to call the Billy Tommy, you know, but at the end of the episode, you know, he ended up calling the baby Tommy. And I just thought that was cute, even though they did have 2 children. And I believe in the comics, the name of her children are Wiccan and Speed, off the top of my head. Yep. Wait, I said Wiccan. I'm trying to type, yeah, Wiccan and Speed. And if you know the story, let me go ahead and switch my screen real quick. If you know the story, Billy and Tommy, more properly known as Wiccan and Speed, respectively. Can y'all see that? Can I make it bigger for you? Okay. So Billy and Tommy, more properly known as Wiccan and Speed, respectively, were both created by Alan Heinberg and Jim, how do you say this? Cheong and Young Avengers. Like everyone on the first incarnations of the team, the 2 characters have powers based on those of the original Avengers. Now, these are 2 characters that are not to be messed with, not to be F with. And if you know, they have to do with Mephisto, and then the children are not really real. They're like, you know, like the devil's babies or something like that. And then when Wanda found out, she just lost her gosh darn mind. You know what I'm saying? She just started tearing up all types of stuff, you know. So I wonder how that's going to play out right there. But before we even get to, I'm just jumping around. Before we even get to that, you know, Wanda and Vision, they're just getting along as a happy couple ever after. They're in the nursery, putting together the baby's room, and he's reading books and just trying to be a professional. I mean, I like it. He's doing the best that he can, looking at books. Oh, well, yes, this is a contraction, and yes, this is that. You know, but she's in there, you know, playing with butterflies and putting up decorations and, you know, all that hot jazz, all that, you know, and she starts playing with her magic powers on the wall, drawing storks and stuff like that. I don't know. I thought the stork thing was kind of, you know, it was kind of honky-dory, but, you know, whatever. But, you know, it was cool. And then the stork, Tony Stark. The stork ends up coming to life, you know. And also, this is where Geraldine comes back into the fold. Monica Rambeau, Teyonah Paris. My goodness gracious. The woman is just freaking gorgeous. Let me just go. I just gotta, you know, this is a celebrity crush of mine. You know, I really did enjoy her in this. I also enjoy her in Chirac. And if Bill Street could talk, she was looking really good in this film right here, Chirac by Spike Lee, that came out in 2015. I did a review for that too, back in 2015, 6 years ago. So go check out my channel. But anyway, I'm a big fan of her. You know, I'm really liking, I'm loving the fro. I'm loving her presence. I'm loving everything about her so far, and I can't wait till we get to see a bit more of her in the show, in the rest of the MCU, Captain Marvel 2, all that good stuff. Well, going back, there's also, I really like that, you know, they're showing Wanda's, you know, she's having contractions, you know, and that's when Vision was flipping through the book. And, you know, it's short-circuiting all the electricity, even throughout the whole neighborhood, or her false reality, you know. And when Vision went to go see, you know, scope the scene, seeing what's going on. He came back, and she's like, hey, Vision, do you think everybody is going to know my secret, about us or something like that? And this is where her reality started to unfold, because he was like, yeah, we had a close call here with my boss. We had a close call here. And he's like, wait a minute, Wanda, this doesn't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? And she's like, oh no, my reality is falling apart. That's not what she said, of course. You can just see that all over her face. But she's like, nope. And she keeps reversing time or going back in this reality. And so, I can only imagine how she is messing up stuff in the real world, creating her own void of space and time. It's just weird, and she's extremely powerful. She's, she has control over this reality, but she doesn't have control over it. I mean, I guess she loses more control the more stressed she is, the more stressed she is, the more distraught, and how much, she's infused mentally into this reality herself. But she snaps things back, after business, trying to like figure out, what's going on. And, this is where we have like the Hydra Stark commercial. But this is where Geraldine pops up, and she's just trying to be a good neighbor. And then the stork is coming out, and, she's playing with the stork, and, Wanda's trying to do her magic to make the stork go away. It's a very honky-dory scene, but, you're watching this episode recap right here, so you've seen the episode. I mean, it's clear that not Wanda, but Monica Rambeau, Geraldine, is an agent of S.W.O.R.D., the sentient, gosh darn it, I forgot the name of it again. But let me go ahead and pull it up real quick. S.W.O.R.D. Marvel. S.W.O.R.D. is a fictional counter-terrorism and intelligence agency appearing in comic books published by Marvel Comics. What does it stand for exactly again? Let's see here. Oh, I thought it would be right there at the very beginning. But what is it called? Like, hold on. S.W.O.R.D. is basically S.H.I.E.L.D. in space. Oh, Lord. Secret Invasion, of course, that was announced with Nick Fury at the Disney meeting. I cannot believe, what does S.W.O.R.D. stand for? I forgot what it's. Sentient Weapons Organization. Okay, Sentient World Observation and Response Department. Now, in the show, they called it Sentient Weapon Observation and Response Department. So they changed it up right there, here and there. I don't know why they wanted to change it up. But, Monica Rambeau, she has the pendant on her neck or whatever, And I don't know why she would go out of... Now, this don't make no sense to me. Y'all, let's break it down real quick. If Geraldine, Monica Rambeau is sneaking to this reality to kind of figure out what's going on, because we had the past episodes with the B-Man coming through, making all the noises, boom, 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 trying to get in. We had the drone with the sword, the Iron Man colors, the red and yellow. They're trying to get in, and now they're sending in human, other people. But why would she break character and be like, oh yeah, because Wanda was like, oh yeah, she had the twins and all that stuff, and she was like, oh, I had a twin. I am a twin. I had a brother. His name was Pietro. And then she gonna come through there talking about, yes, he was killed by Ultron. I'm just thinking like, okay, why would you say that? Why would you break character if you're trying? I don't understand. Maybe I don't understand what's going on. Now, let me back up real quick. We got to talk about Herbert real quick. I don't actually think what's the black dude's name? Herb, being played by David Payton. Are y'all a fan of this dude right here? I don't know this cat. Why is this not loading up? And I'm clicking the button. I guess my internet wants to go real slow. But this dude right here is playing Herb. Okay, I don't know why I'm saying Herb like that, but anyway, yeah, he's playing Herb. Now, prior to Geraldine breaking character, Herb was outside cutting the hedges, but he started cutting into the concrete embankment, like the divider between houses. I'm thinking that only happened because he's losing control, like Wanda, or the reality that Wanda is creating here is falling apart. It's unraveling. That's just my 2 cents. I don't know what y'all think. Let me know down below. But going back to this, Wanda's like, what did you say about my brother? What did you say about Ultron, Pietro? And then she over there just like, well, why? I'm just like, wait a minute. First you broke character, now you don't know how to act. Let's play it off. It's like, oh girl, I don't know, I gotta go to the toilet or something. I don't know, say something. It didn't really make no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not complaining, but I don't know. It was just, she broke character, couldn't get back in. It was weird. But this is where we got Vision outside, and he's talking to Agnes and also Herb or whatever. And the thing about it is, he was about to go into the house, And then Agnes was like, hey, you know, is Geraldine in there with Wanda? And he comes over like, yeah, what's up? You know, and then they're about to tell him something, but then she stops Herb like, well, hey, she don't have no house. She don't got no family. She don't got this. She don't got that. Where she comes from. So they're leading you on like, hey, there's something awry going on. There's something crazy going on. She's not really in reality. And it's like the Agnes and the Herb dude, they're part of her reality, but they snitching on the reality. They snitching on Wanda. So this is very, very interesting on the level of control or lack of control that Wanda does or does not have within this reality. You know what I'm saying? And so I cannot wait to see how that plays out. But Vision goes back into the crib. You know, she playing with the babies, with Tommy and Billy, Wiccan and Speed. And then, you know, hey, she's like, hey, where's Wanda? He like, oh, she had to leave. I mean, where's Geraldine? Oh, she had to leave. She looking crazy like a psychopath, like she done cut up the body and put it in the freezer or something like that. But all she did was kick Wanda. Why I keep calling Wanda? Well, Wanda is Wanda. She kicked Wanda kicked Geraldine out of her reality or whatever, you know, outside. And so Tiana Paris, Geraldine looking like, oh, you know, messed up now. Wait till I get my Captain Marvel 2 powers, I'm gonna come back here and mess you up. You know what I'm saying? You know, my fro is perfect and you done messed it all up. But, and then it's like present day or modern times to where we have the helicopters in the facility and all that coming in, zooming in on Geraldine with the flashlights, the headlights, trying to figure out what's going on. So Wanda is in this reality, messing up all kind of stuff in the real world. She has created some void, some bubble, and in there she has created her own universe. And I would think, okay, well, hey, just leave her alone. Let her just do what she want to do in her fairy tale land. But apparently she probably messing some stuff up on the outside too, and we're just gonna have to see because they did kind of just leave us on a cliffhanger. But that's okay. That is okay. That is okay. But I am enjoying what I'm seeing so far. But guys, that is just my opinion. What did you think about episode 3 of WandaVision, titled In Color Now, or Now in Color, excuse me. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did I turn you on? Did I turn you off? Do you agree with me or do you disagree? Let me know down in the comment section below. Let's get this conversation going and keep it flowing. If you like this video, please go ahead and give me the thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. And also, guys, follow me on social media. And make sure you follow me on subscribe, because you know every Sunday I'm gonna be coming back with a movie news show where I break down all the movie news in the past week. But guys, anyway, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Keith Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.